or basically anywhere that I won't get shot on sight for being a lesbian. I have a feeling that we're all gonna have to flee the country.
Because if Donald Duck is gonna do something to my gay ass, he's gonna do something to yours too.
Guys, I've never seen a meltdown this bad. Now, the one sub-community of TikTok that seems to be coping the worst is LGBT TikTok, where gays and lesbians and transgender creators are losing their minds for no real reason, of course, but they're still gifting us with some of the most unhinged content from the entire internet in response to Trump's victory. Here's one lesbian woman advertising that she's now seeking to flee the country.
Hi, I am a young, beautiful American woman.
And a very humble one.
If you have a passport with any of the following countries: Canada, the UK, Ireland, France, Germany, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Taiwan, Spain, Portugal, Greece, the Netherlands, Austria, Czech Republic, Brazil, Mexico, Iceland, Belgium, Argentina, South Africa, or the Philippines, or basically anywhere that I won't get shot on sight for being a lesbian, do you want to get married? I need someone that has a non-American passport that wants to get married, hopefully between now and January. Sorry if this is coming off kind of weird. I'm in a really bad dissociative haze right now, and I have a feeling that we're all gonna have to flee the country. Benefits of marrying me, besides the fact that I get a green card. Like I said before, I am beautiful, I'm an amazing cook, I'm extremely funny when I'm not in a dissociative haze over the fall of the American Empire. I mean, like, I wanted the fall of the American Empire, but not like this. This isn't what I wanted. Beautiful, can cook, well-read, I'm a voracious reader, actually, and I can carry a tune. If you want me to dance on the piano while you play piano, I can dance in a very vaudevillian manner. I'm also great with dogs. I could probably learn how to change a diaper, and I can guard him when I don't have nails on. Thank you so much. This was my audition to be your future wife in a country that is not America, and that's it.
I'm honestly torn between feeling bad for these people because, like, of how delulu they are and just how much fake false news and propaganda they seem to have absorbed through their thick skulls. But then the other part of me is then like, no, you know what? Get the out. Seriously, get the out of this country. If you hate it so much here, let's get you out and get somebody else in who loves this country and isn't going to crap on it and want to flee just because their side loses an election, which is just part of how this works, okay? You don't always get what you want. You're not supposed to throw your toys like a toddler and hate the country just because you lose for once. And what is she talking about? Gay people are going to be shot now in America because Trump won? Did I miss that part of his first term? I mean, he's literally pro-gay, pro-lesbian. He supports gay marriage. Like, there's so many things you can say about him, but they're stuck on this shit that's just not real. It's just not true. They like made it up in their head. And now you want to flee the country and go to some random place, and your only qualification is that I won't get shot. Like, touch grass. It's giving unhinged. But I'm actually fully supportive of this lady's plan. Seriously, get out. Go. Reach out to me. I will pay your airfare on the one condition that you sign a contract that in exchange for the money, you will not come back. Up next, we have a trans TikToker who is warning the dolls, which refers to trans women, that they're all going to have to flee the country.
I'm so serious, dolls. Like, what is the move? Where are we moving? Where is the doll link up happening? You know, where is DollCon Transylvania going to concur? Are we flooding Canada? Are we, like, y'all keep saying Europe, what part of Europe? Where are we going? Do we want to, like, try to take over Greece? Do we want to, you know, I don't know, maybe go to some random island, build a civilization? Like, where do we go? Yeah, I'm gonna have to start eating receipt paper.
So at least this one was funny. Like, she did crack me up a couple times. But again, y'all do not need to flee the country. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you. Get a grip. I mean, did I just miss the part from 2016 to 2020 where all the transgender people were rounded up and put into camps like that? The math is not mathing. You're hallucinating. Obviously, Trump and Republicans are anti-trans on some issues. Like, they oppose the trans movement's position on biological males in women's sports. They oppose the trans movement's position on giving kids sex changes. And you know what? Maybe in some places they might go too far and start restricting the rights and freedoms of trans adults, in which case we can push back on them. You can sue them in the courts. We can speak out against it. But nobody is going to be killing. Like, there's just this level of hysteria about it that is just totally untethered from reality and is so disqualifying to me. Like, all jokes aside, if you hate it so much, don't let the door hit you. But there's really something toxic about scaring people. You read the comments of this video, it's littered with trans people who are genuinely fearful for their lives, unnecessarily so. And that is tragic. It's actually bad and evil and wrong to scare people baselessly and put them into this state of paranoia and fear. It's bad for them and it's bad for our society. So you're just so toxic and so deranged, and you need to give it a rest or just get the heck out at this point. Meanwhile, this gay guy is threatening to out gay Trump supporters who are closeted.
Oh, and if you are a straight man who is on Grindr with a wife and you voted for Donald Duck, I would suggest you delete that app very quickly, because I will be exposing every single one of you. Because if Donald Duck is going to do something to my gay ass, he's going to do something to yours too. Don't think just because you're too scared to admit you're one of us that you're safe.
So there's a lot here. First, why are you hooking up with married men in the first place? That's crusty and degenerate. And honestly, I don't support exposing closeted people, but if they're cheating on their wives, I mean, that's a different story. I'm not against exposing them. It has nothing to do with who they voted for. And again, though, the Delulu is off the charts. Trump is not anti-gay. He's not going to do anything to your gay ass outside of maybe your wet dreams. So there's just no need for your revenge tour or your rage towards these gay people who voted Republican. And also, they're entitled to do that. They're Americans with the right to vote the way they see fit. And they may well have different opinions than you on everything from the border to inflation to foreign policy to abortion, because they're individuals, not members of some homogenous hive mind that is obligated to vote a certain way, or they're traitors who must be exposed and attacked. That's actually giving cult, my dear. You need to touch grass and stop hooking up with married men, you crusty.
You redneck cousin f***ing classless pieces of shit. I hope you understand what you just did. You don't, because you're really f***ing stupid, but I hope at some point you have to reckon with it on a personal level at least a little bit, because you f***ing mouth breathers, you absolute worthless who like to thump your Bibles and talk about the absence of family and God in the modern day, yet you decided to elect a sexual predator for president who is currently being puppeteered by a deadbeat father who also happens to be the wealthiest man on earth, who effectively wants to plant a chip in your brain that turns you into a computer. How's that for an absence of God for you, you stupid sacks of horse manure? God f***ing hates you, and by the time the lot of you get that through your thick skulls, it's gonna be far too late.
He seems stable. Lefties haven't realized that insulting Americans isn't going to work. Like, you're not gonna bully people into supporting your agenda or your side, or call them enough names to make them stop voting for Trump. If they haven't realized that by now, they never will.